According to a Veterans Affairs Department report, Missouri veterans have a higher suicide rate compared to nationwide numbers. Now lawmakers are looking at ways to end that trend. Our Missouri Capitol Bureau Chief Joe McLean has a look at those efforts from Jefferson City.
Not only do Missouri veterans die by suicide more often than the national rate, they also die by suicide more often than the general population. Now, why is that? This bill hopes to help answer that question.
I went through, addiction phase. I left Missouri, left my kids. I had lost the house. I had lost everything in my life, jobs. So I was homeless.
Jason Howe is very honest about his struggles as a combat veteran. He testified Tuesday to the Missouri House Veterans Committee.
Luckily, I had a friend there with me. She stayed with me all night. I still managed to put 4 needles in my arm trying to die.
Sitting quietly right next to Howe during the hearing was his 9-year-old boxer pit mix, Sobe. She was paired with him through the organization Canines on the Front Line, of which Howe is now the executive director.
It gives us a sense of purpose, a sense of relief, and motivation to carry forward.
He spoke in favor of a bill by Representative Dave Griffith, who himself has been personally affected by veteran suicide.
This past year, I lost a really good friend of mine to suicide. He was a post 9/11 veteran, Iraqi and Afghan veteran.
Griffith's bill would expand the Missouri Veterans Commission's efforts to track and report on mental health and suicide among veterans. The same bill was filed last year and got unanimous support in the House and Senate committee, but was only blocked from passing the Senate because of Republican infighting last year.
It doesn't really matter what the number is. One is too many. And it's really incumbent upon us as legislators to try and figure out some ways that we can help stem this.
In Jefferson City, Joe McLean, First Alert 4.